Welcome to the WNP Fantasy Football League Week 13 video review. I'm your host and commissioner, Tony Rignola. We had a couple of games that went down to the wire this week as games are intensifying leading up to the last week of the regular season. The closest matchup of the week was between Orange Chill and Succo My Sacco. The game was won by me, Succo My Sacco, 180 to 178. This game came down to the last drive of the Carolina Panthers at New Orleans Saints game. I needed Cam Newton to give me positive points on his last drive, and he did just that. Curtis needed Brandon Cooks to give him positive points on the Saints' last drive of the game, which didn't happen for Cooks or Curtis. My team was led by Cam Newton and his 69 points. Curtis's top scorer was Aaron Rodgers with 52 points. In a battle of whose Steelers players can score the most points, it was gloom, despair, and agony who took down Smack My Bench Up 232 to 212. Don's Steelers combo of Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown combined to score 111 points, outscored Isaac's Steelers combo of D'Angelo Williams and the Steelers defense and special teams, who combined to score 60 points. With the win, Don is now alone in first place in the West Division and is looking at a first-round bye in the playoffs. For Isaac, who's on the other end of that stick, is definitely destined for the 3-game series in the Succo Bowl. South Park Cows took over sole possession of first place in the East with a win over Osmataz Buckshank by the score of 164 to 151. This means Patty will receive a first-round bye for the playoffs, and Dean will now move into the number 3 spot. It was the ginger gunslinger Andy Dalton and his 39 points who led Patty's team, who all but one starter scored in double figures. For Dean's team, it was Tom Brady who led with 43 points. Dean only had 5 of his 10 starters scored in double figures. Dean must be torn up from the decision to start the Houston defense and special teams over the Denver defense and special teams. Houston got Dean a point, while the Denver special teams and defense got him 36 points on his bench. In a battle of our shortest members of our league, it was the Mighty Crazians who came out tall with the victory over me and my Nagintas 177 to 117. Pete might be short in stature, but his team sure played like some giants this week. Pete's team was led by Blake Bortles, 60 points, whose game had mad height to him. Josh's team was led by the tall play of Doug Baldwin and his 35 points. Adrian Peterson played to Josh's height of 5 feet 6 inches with just 1 point to his name. Both Pete and Josh are holding on to the last 2 playoff spots in the winner's bracket of the playoffs. It was Philly Blows who got the win versus Nickel Dickle, 202 to 147, in a matchup between the groom, Brian, versus the best man, Steve-O, with the groom pouring it on. Brian's team scored 200 points for the 3rd time this season, with Drew Brees leading the way with 46 points. Right behind him was Javarius Allen with 41 points. 7 of the groom's 10 starters were in double figures. As far as the best man goes, only 4 of his players scored in double figures. Steve-O's best man was Russell Wilson with 66 points. Steve-O will face Isaac in a 3-game series for the Succo Bowl. And without further ado, I give you Why Not. This is Why Not coming to you live with Green Man, who I have just learned is the spokesperson for the Mighty Crazians, which is Pete's team. Pete, his team is sitting in a comfortable position in 5th place in the winner's bracket. Tell me, what do you think of your owner's season so far? Two thumbs up. All right. You think he's got a good shot at making some noise here in the playoffs? If you were counting at home, that's another 2 thumbs up from the Green Man, who is looking at me quite weirdly right now, but I'm just going to roll with the punches. So, this guy's really fucking weird. I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube. We're about to find out. So, Green Man, if that's your real name. Nice goggles, by the way. Green Man, as most of you know now, doesn't have too much to say. It's all about the motion of Green Man. And for the first time this year, as being your on-field reporter, I'm pretty much lost for questions because this dude doesn't say shit. Green Man, nothing, not a sound. In case, no mouth. Smart guy. See, Green Man even thinks I'm smart-ish. So with your owner Pete sitting up, in position for the playoffs, what might be his next move? Is it more Eagles? No more Eagles players. At least Green Man might be the brains behind that of getting Pete off these Eagle guys. So no Sam Bradford. Who else? Is that it? DeMarco Murray is owned by Brian. I think that's it. Pete doesn't have any other Eagles, does he? You're the brains behind that this year, which might be the reason why he's making the playoffs. Was he in the playoffs last year? There you have it. Green Man is the brains behind Pete's team. Earlier this year, we did an episode with the women behind the men of the league. Well, it looks like Green Man is the Green Man behind Pete and his team. Well, there you have it, Green Man. Good luck in the playoffs. And good luck to everyone else. So you too, Commish, with your slight chance of getting in the winner's bracket, but it doesn't look good. Any parting motions for the people as we say goodbye? There you have it. Back to you, Commish. That was our on-field reporter, Why Not, who was live with Green Man, who we just learned is not only the voice behind Pete and the Mighty Crazians, but he's also the brains behind Pete's team. I want to wish everybody luck on the last week of the regular season, and we'll talk playoffs next week. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. See y'all next week.
Your body smelling like cinnamon, hair in the bun, your toes done so feminine. Heard you suck your teeth like, oh no, here we go again. Let me get your name so I can be more genuine. No need to front, the kid knows you got many friends, many mans who waiting to stake a claim on it.